I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof on Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof on Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
Alright. I shouldn't take so many days off. How many people are here? Great. How you doing? Good. Happy Thanksgiving? Good. Me too. Let's get on with the show. Everybody's here. Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Chuck Wham Bam. Thank you, man. PBR Street Gang Bang. Lunar Sparkles 1, 2, 3. It's you. Gutter Gawker. Double G. Lunar Sparkle. Oh, I already did that one. Everybody else, welcome to the Goof on Radio stream. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. Barely alive, barely able to speak, but we are here tonight. Tonight's a good night. Not for the show, but for two shows, because right after this show's only probably going to go an hour and a half the most. I am not doing a long show, because right after this, I got 3 hours on the Spaced Out Radio Roundtable show. I promise you one thing. There will be controversy on the show. I am forcing it. Not this one. I mean, what could I do to cause controversy on this show? You know, like what? Wear a silly baseball cap or drink out of a silly head? I don't know. Coffee keeps America young. And I got a new cup. This is the Gatorade God right here. This is, yep, it was only $3. How could I pass it up? That is Gatorade. Tonight's show. Hey, you got your show, you talk about stuff you drink. And of course, we got the vape in between. All right, so let's get going. I welcome everybody. Hope you really did have a good Christmas vacation. I was looking at something here on the screen that said Christmas, and it just came out weird. Yes, I transported to Christmas, and I have to admit, it was a pretty good one. But let's go back to Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good one. I did, because when it was all over, it's just after 7 o'clock, heading my way back home, we started getting the heavy rains that they promised us here for a week. And it was awesome. Anybody who was up all night with me saw me posting the tornado warning, radar, couple of clips. Anyway, it was fun. And, I try to kill myself, but I always come out of these things alive, you know? Who am I? Who am I? I mean, what am I going to do, right? Anyway, I hope y'all had a great one. I thought I was going to have a controversial Thanksgiving because we had the racist was over. I don't know why my parents invited this person, but the N-word is not out of the vocabulary. And you have to admit, it's awkward. It's always been awkward for me to hear somebody talking like that. I mean, the guy's from New York, and that's how they talk, these type of people. The guy's in his late 60s, and his wife died just recently of cancer. So my parents felt bad for him. So they invited him over. Every other word out of the guy's mouth was, because he has a story. He's one of these guys who doesn't stop talking. This guy's a nice guy. It's just you don't know what he's going to say, and you don't know whether it's real or not, but it sounds legit. I can tell a liar. And the guy seems like he's telling the truth as far as he's telling the stories. So I'm sitting next to the racist, and he's telling me all these stories. And I'm like, man, alive. Every word that comes out of this guy's mouth is, when my wife was around, God rest her soul. When my wife was around, God rest her. She just died a few months ago. So he starts getting emotional. You don't expect that out of a racist. I would never expect a racist to start quivering, especially a tough guy like this. One of these guys. He was like, I would imagine with his stories, he was doing things, with the mafia. There is no mafia. I know that. Ma, no mafia, right? That's right. Meatballs. Chuck Bam wants to know, when are we showing the dots? The dots, the UFOs. Soon, she said. We have lots of dots to show you. I like that. Well, I have many dots to show you. That is freaking awesome. Just saying it out loud, I love it. No, I really do. I'm not even joking, because they are dots, aren't they? And then you get to the Stars Academy's videos, right? Whatever they were, blip, blop, and blub, all fuzzy, all out of focus, basically. I don't know what I'm getting into, starting that conversation. So, all right. So what are we talking about tonight? Let me get right to this here again. A frightening rich paranormal story. That's me. No dots, Chuck. Just lies. Yeah, let's call these lies because they're stories, right? But I have proof. I have EVPs, and I'm gonna try to pull them up right now as we speak because I forgot that I had them. And the story in its own, it's okay, but it's the EVP. See, the thing about the EVPs, what I did, for those of you who don't know, this goes back several months ago. And I said I'm not talking about anything paranormal that's happening to me unless it's really worthy of a speak. And this one is. I recorded myself sleeping the last couple of months. And not much has happened, to be honest with you. It's weird, you hear yourself sleeping. It's amazing I wake up every day. I sound like I'm gagging for my life half the time. Yeah, oh my God. On this one, I was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad, but you can hear me. I mean, it's unreal. So the reason I said I'm not going to talk about anything paranormal anymore, because I don't. When I hear other people talk about this, they talk about everything. Everything's happening to them. Not only are they seeing cryptids, spirits, hearing things, seeing shadows. They run the gamut of everything possible in the paranormal. And you gotta be a little skeptical about what they're saying after the 20th thing that's happened to them. Well, here's the deal. Well, it's not a deal. I think the longer I stay in this and take the risks that I don't think are real risks, but I'm saying it for you. Playing with the Ouija board, cursing it, punching it. And guys, it's a piece of cardboard, I get it. I'm not dumb, but I don't know. For as long as man can remember, the Ouija board, if you use it as a tool to open up a portal to the dark side or the other side, then that tool must be real to some degree if people keep talking about it. And if you know the stories, I did over 120 Ouija board sessions trying to conjure up the devil, to make a deal with the devil. I wanted the devil, because I don't believe in anything. I believe things are just, they're not created. It's just an evolutionary period. Where did it all come from? Well, why does it have to come from anywhere? Why can't it just be what it is? You know? It's not a perfect universe. It's not a perfect galaxy. It's not a perfect solar system. It's not a perfect world. It's not a perfect life. We're not perfect. All right? There's glitches, as people call it. I had deja vu for the first time yesterday, and I was liking it. Deja vu is something that's rare for me. I don't have it that often. But when it happens, I'm like, oh, I knew I was going to say that. Oh, I knew I was going to say that. You know, it's kind of fun. But once you catch the deja vu, like once you recognize it, it stops. So I try to not recognize you can't help it though. See, that's why I think Groundhog Day is the most cruel joke you could ever play on somebody. That is hell. I mean, to live the same day over and over, and obviously it was longer than a year, probably a couple in the movie Groundhog Day. And then, he corrects himself, makes himself a worthy human, and he wakes up finally the next day. Groundhog Day's over. But now the guy's got to live with, oh my God, if I don't do the right thing every time, like if I see somebody on the side of the road and I don't stop to help them, am I going to go back into a Groundhog Day? See, that doesn't make sense. That's the only thing that doesn't, other than everything. But that's the world we live in. So if somebody has all these experiences, you got to wonder why. Well, 3 things. Either they're lying for attention, which is what I believe a lot of people do. 2, it's really happening. What was the third one? There was 3 I said, right? There's 3 I thought. Well, either they're lying or they're telling the truth. So 2. And then there are people who never, ever, 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 ever admit that they've had an experience. So why is that happening? And I know a lot of people who say they've seen this, they've seen that. I mean, I would have to say almost everybody I've ever spoken to has admitted to seeing something strange. How much, to what level? Only a few I've known, but for me, I think the longer I'm in it, the more I attract it. And the more I'm able to recognize it, and the more I understand that it's not just dirt on the corner of my eye, even though I still say it. But that's what started this new recording myself going to sleep, because I was waking up to weird things. Seeing, like, I'll be watching TV, and out of the corner of my eye, I see something along the wall, a black shadow. So I don't look at it, because if you look right at it, it's gone. So I don't look at it, but I see it. I'm doing one of these. Oh, shoot, I see it. Oh, my God, I don't want to look at it. If I look at it, it'll be gone. Don't look at it. Then I try to get a little closer to get a better view. And as soon as you make that move, it's over. So that makes me think, well, if it was dirt in my eye and I barely moved my eye, why am I not still seeing the shadow on the floor? Or wherever? Where does it go? Does the dirt move that far off? It couldn't have. I watched this thing move across 5 feet in front of me before it disappeared to the side of me. There have been a couple of times where I've seen it head on. And I think because I was in a really dark environment, like in my bedroom is when it happened. And I was able to look right at it. And it was up in the corner like Spider-Man, you know, with his hands. I didn't see any hands, but, you know, it's just a figure. And you can see appendages and a body figure. And it's always, I don't know if it's shimmering or it's like it's always shape-shifting. I guess that's why they come up with that word. But it really is. It's kind of, it looks like it's, you know, trying to figure out a shape. It's really bizarre when you see it. And I have seen, if I look out my bedroom door, it goes into the kitchen, and I just saw a white light go right by me. As a matter of fact, that may have been seen on camera. It was about this high. Let's see. It might have been seen. It was further back. Where are we? How long have we been doing this now? All right, around the 18-minute mark on, 18:30-ish. So, I'm going to write that down because I know what I just saw. So when I look out the bedroom door, I have a light. It's one of these night lights. You plug it in to a socket, and it gives you another socket, but there's 2 lights on the side of it that light up. So you don't have to use batteries, but you still have your outlets. It's pretty cool. And I see that get dimmer as I see the shadow move in front. And lately, the shadows, nothing, okay, yeah, bad things have been happening, but not physical. Things that have to do with losing my job. It's like, look, you're going to say, well, how does that translate over? It's because of the mistakes I made. It's the things that happen that I did. Like, my job's really easy. You'd have to be an idiot to get fired from it. That's how easy it is. And this comes the day after I punched the Ouija board. I haven't talked about it, like I said, but that was only about a week or so ago. And then I'd come home and see the shadow shit. So I started recording myself. And I'm going to try to see if I can, I emailed it to me so I can open it up. And you guys, you're not going to be, what bothers me about this, because I've listened to it without headphones on, and it doesn't do it any justice, and I'll tell you why. The last clip I'll play for you is the one that scares me beyond life. It's frightening, because when I have my earbuds in and I have the Beats or whatever they're called, and you could really get a sense for a real sound. Like if somebody pounded on my door and I recorded it and played it back, I would hear it very closely to what it sounded like. I would even imagine that I even felt it, the bass of it. And what you hear in these last 4 or 5 seconds, you hear it sounds like somebody running closer to my room, and it goes boom, 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 and it sounds like the building is collapsing. It is so incredible. And then the recorder shuts off. Now, I was recording it on my phone because I didn't have batteries for my actual recorder, the one I used the other day, but now I do. And I recorded it on my phone just because I wanted to record it. I didn't want to go a night without missing. And it shuts off. How? See, the phone, the screen would have been in lock mode by now. It would have turned off because I've been asleep for some time. And how it shuts off as the pounding is nearing is freaky on its own. Here I am sleeping, and I remembered the phone was off to the side of me. And as soon as you hear boom, 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 the recording stops. Okay? It just doesn't work like that with your phone. The phone goes into lock mode after 2 minutes. That's what I have it set on. And you have to use your fingerprint on the back, and it takes a second or two to load up. Not what happened. I'm going to play you a couple of clips. So that's what you miss. You don't get to hear. You get to hear, you don't get to feel it. And I think a lot gets lost in it. Here we go. Let me see if this works. If it doesn't, I'll get it later tomorrow for next show. Well, actually for Spaced Out Radio. I think I'm able to do it. Opening. I'm a little bit excited. It's taking its time. Oh, it turned it into an MP3. Oh, this is beautiful. Well, you'll hear it. Let me turn this way up for you. I'm turning this loud. You won't be excited about... I don't think you're going to hear much. It's already playing. It's quiet. I'm not into deep breathing. There's some parts where I start breathing really fast. And you can hear stuff next to me shuffling around like on my nightstand. And I know what's on there that could make this noise. And somebody picked it up and put it back down or something. Here, I'm breathing. You'll hear all sorts of weird shit. You'll hear creaking. That was the first rumble. I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to play the ending and freak you out. Here it comes. I don't know. You'll hear it. I just got goosebumps all over, man. And if you have headset on or earphones, you know it doesn't sound that bad actually. But I'll play it again. I thought maybe it was somebody pounding on my front door, but it wouldn't sound like that at all. Wouldn't even sound close. Here it comes. It's wild. I don't know how it sounds on your end. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'll play it again. It is so unbelievable. I'm freaking out listening to it. And while I do my show, you guys may see me look over here or do this. I mean, there's shit happening. But it's not affecting me physically. Here, I'll play it again. You can hear me breathing. God, that's freaky. One more time. And I'll play some others. My God, that is bizarre. Well, we'll play more as we go on. That is just unreal to me. That's the best thing I've ever captured on an EVP. I've gotten little whispers here and there, when I did some research, but not at my place. That's unreal. That is just unreal. So what I'm going to do is do a comparison. I'm going to record I'll bang on my door on the outside and see if we can determine if that's what it was. I've already done it. It's not it. I didn't record it though. Also, I noticed my door got really dusty over time, over the summer, and I'm not going to clean my front door. Maybe I should. But there's a fine layer of dust that if you just rub your finger on it, or touch it. And I looked at the bottom too to see if somebody was kicking the door. There's nothing. Just around the doorknob, where I try to get in every day, and I push in if I have groceries or something. But nope, nothing. Anyway, that was the big one. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the other ones. Let's see. I'm going to pull. Here we go. Let's go here. Sometimes you'll hear the squeaking. Like, rah, 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 rah. Maybe somebody had a rocking chair. I don't know what that is. I'll play it again. That's it. That was the rocking chair. You hear it go. God, I hate that. And the weird thing is, I have heard that noise in the bedroom where I sleep. I'll be out in the living room and I'll hear it. And I'll be like, all right, well, that's just bizarre. And then I'll sit there and I'll listen, quiet, put the TV on mute, and thinking it's got to be people, it's got to be the floorboards above me. But when they're walking, I can tell it's not coming from up there. It's coming from down here. When I hear it, it's there. It's down there. It's like she must have, whoever it was, whatever it is, unless they had wooden floors in here at one time, but they don't do that on the second floor because it's too loud. So nobody beneath me, they moved out. And there's nobody on either side of me. One side's empty, the other side, they're not there. The only thing I have is people above me. Hey, I'm with you. I was thinking it's got to be them pounding, walking, somebody on the door, but it isn't. I mean, there's here. I'll play some other. Let me see. Where is the nightstand? You can hear something being like picked up and dropped. God, where was it? 8 minutes? Let's see. Did you hear it? That was pounding. There it is. I must have missed this one. Rocking chair. I'm being agitated. You can hear me breathing weird. That was my nightstand. There's a piece of paper. It sounded like it was moved. I'll go back to it. I don't know if you can tell though on this. Right there. Hold on, let me get to this here. There's stuff in the beginning. That's what it is. Let's go backwards. Oh, the time this was when it happened? 12:30. 12:38-ish. You can hear the sounds like somebody's dragging furniture now. That noise sounds like it's coming from my closet. This is the first time I've ever had any noise like this. I've been here 2 years exactly. There, that's the paper. Listen to this. I went back a little far here. It's like they here, I'll tell you exactly what they did. I had a big pad like this. It sounded like they went, it's like they just went It's exactly what it was. But it was a bigger pad. Oh, like this one. Yeah, it was this size pad. I've got those all over the place for the show and making notes. Anyway, I don't... That noise there sounds like nails being scratched on my wall. I'll play it again. It's really scary. If you have headset on, you could definitely tell the difference. Here. I think I went back too far. I know it's hard to hear. There it is. I'll play it again. Right there. Here. Now. There. So bizarre. It just gives me goosebumps like you wouldn't believe. I'm gonna play the end part again, and the whole 18 minutes here, and then my recorder turns off. But there was nothing before it. And I don't know what that humming noise is. That may be somebody doing laundry, for all I know. I don't know. Never heard it before. That's weird, too. I have never heard that interference. That low mumbling. Makes you wonder if the UFO's parked right outside my window, and that's like the feedback from it. Here's the big part. Listen how loud this is compared to what you just heard. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God, that gives me goosebumps. Oh, I just ate my tongue. I'll play it one more time. I love that so much. And I hate it. My God, what can that be? Oh, that is so creepy. I'm just freaked out. Anyway, I thought I would share that with you guys. I've never had anything like it. So, I recorded last night. Nothing. That was from a couple nights ago. I think that was Monday night after the show that was. I think it was. Anyway, it's a first for me. It is bizarre, and I'm happy to share it. So I don't know what it is. It's just so loud. And I don't know if you guys, like I said, if you have headphones on like I'm wearing now or earbuds, you could definitely tell. It was unbelievably loud. And whatever it was, somehow I turned the phone off, or maybe it turned it off. I would lean more to it turning it off, whatever it was. So, oh my God. Here's another weird thing of all time. I talked about this spoon that I used to make, I still do. Instead of using 5 different spoons a day when I make iced tea in the summer, I have one spoon. It's a long spoon. It gets just enough. If I get 4 scoops, it's perfect. And I've been using it for about 15 years or so. It was my ex-wife's grandfather's. And I don't know why she had it. She had it since she was a kid. And then when we divorced, I still have the spoon. But since that spoon has been around, I have heard that spoon, seen the spoon hover. I've heard the spoon move. There have been times where I'll be watching TV, and you know how your stove has a light? It's underneath the microwave. It illuminates the cooking area. The spoon would be reflecting that light, and it's as if it was reflecting it in my face on purpose. So like behind me, I would see something, a light, and then I'd turn around and I would just see something, but then I would hear the spoon crashing. And that spoon is missing. It's freaking missing. I don't know where it is. I looked everywhere for it. I have no idea. And I wash my stuff by hand because it's just me. And I haven't used the spoon because I haven't had iced tea. I've been on a Gatorade kick and Crystal Light lemonade. Here's another weird thing. I never had activity until I met my wife. I've had things happen over life. Hear a noise, have a smoke detector go off, strange stuff, but not continual activity. I don't know, maybe I was too active back then, but when I met my wife, that's when I literally started the UFO thing. When I got Angus, that's when it all started. He completed the family, more or less. But I was seeing weird, okay? There's a girl that something's happening here. Troubleshoot, computer problems, Windows Media Player. All right. When I moved into my wife's house, I left my apartment and everything and moved in with her because she had such a beautiful place. And she was married too. She was just divorced a year earlier. Well, I was never married. But weird as it is, her ex-husband's name was Rich. See, here's some things that I have to tell you that I've never talked about. Like, I've talked about it, but not personally. The coincidences in life. I used to dream. When I used to dream of the UFOs, there was a person's name that was Taro. Taro. And I used to call an ex-girlfriend like a papoose or something. She called me something and I would call her a papoose, and that's what we would joke around as. You freaking papoose, get over here. And she'd go, you're a freaking ape. I said, hey, and she'd go, oh, and we'd make out. Now, Lake Papoose, everybody knows what that is, right? I moved to Taro Lane. You hear what I'm saying? This is the weirdness that is my life. And every one of my girlfriends either had a nickname or it was like a portion of their name that also could be a guy's name. I was dating an Antoinette. Everybody called her Tony. I was dating a Danny. Well, her name was Danny. D-A-N-I. That could be a guy too. And it goes back all the way to high school. Alex. I dated a girl named Alex. And Chris. She didn't want to go by Christy. Christiane. No, my name's Chris. Isn't that weird? That to me is freaky. In my dog's name. Chippy. That could be a dog, a girl or a boy. Except for Angus. Angus was a man. Angus changed everything. Angus brought everything to reality. But I named him, so what are you going to do? It's just weird. Like, if you can put together dreams and reality, it's kind of like, man, I wonder if I write down all the dreams that I have and keep a journal of the things I did in my daily life, I wonder how many times those things would, help each other out in one way or the other. It's really bizarre, the crisscross. It'll make you jump. Crisscross. So, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I'm just thinking of all the weirdness. And I've seen UFOs with 3 different girlfriends. All different UFOs. Very strange. I believe that when I'm dating or with somebody, I have a feeling, and maybe this is why nobody's ever gotten pregnant that I know of. Maybe they're taking that stuff. You know? Maybe that's why this stuff happens when the women are around. I wonder if anybody's ever done a study on that. Are people seeing more UFOs if they're married or single? I would like to know that. Let me put that down here. That's actually an interesting thing I'd like to look at. Married to single experiencers. Yeah, remember I told you, well, Christy liked to be called Chris, but I called her Christy because her sister was Susie, and I couldn't go Susie and Chris. It was Susie and Christy. Anyway, very strange. All the coincidences that may be leading up to something. At this point, I think what it's leading up to is death. I think you along life, you get prepared for death. Look, I've had dreams or experiences where I actually think I died in my sleep. Heart attacks are very prevalent in my family. And I've always had unbelievable chest pains. Like, I can't even explain them to you. Like, I don't even know how to. Imagine if you had a knife, like, stuck in this ball, the 8-ball, right? But let's say the 8-ball wanted to expand and take a deep breath. But when it took a deep breath and it expanded, the knife was there. So it hurt like hell every time it tried to go bright. It felt like that's what it feels like to me. And I would have to take little breaths and wait for that pain to pass. Look at this. See? Yeah, it's not the headset. As I'm telling you that, super loud, piercing noise in my left ear. See, this is why I don't want to talk about it. I'm one of those freaking guys now. God, I could never move to the Northwest or where Bigfoot is around because I know Bigfoot would show his fat ass. I'm not sleeping anymore. I mean, I was asleep now my right ear. It could just be my health, that's all. It hurts so much I feel it in my jaw. Have you ever had a sound that piercing it actually hurts your jaw? Makes your jaw hurt? That's where the implant is, guy. You got an implant in your jaw. See, here's the thing about implants. Let's talk for a second. Can we talk about the implants? Hey, by the way, thank you for all the people showing up on the Friday night. Are you kidding me? What are we doing? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'd like to see 40, though. I'd like to see 40 up there. We could do it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the show. Maybe you have a story of your own. Let me check the chat room. I keep forgetting. Is it sleep apnea? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I used to sleep really like bad. But that was when I slept 8-9 hours a night. I don't know if maybe it does feel like a cracked rib. But it's not. It's right in my chest. I mean, it's right in the heart. I mean, it's unbelievable. I know it's where it is. I have to take breaths like this. Like I'm sipping water. And if I try to take a deep breath, like you ever watch somebody in a movie drowning or they're locked in a box and you want to go, can't do it. Can't take that deep breath. Can't even take a quarter of a breath. It's awful. It's the worst. And I was told, hey, yo, Lisa Marie in the house. I was told that's what it feels like when you're having a heart attack. That's what scares me. Well, I feel like I may have died 10 years ago in 2007. See, here we go with all these stupid experiences, but I think they happened to me for a reason. And I don't care. You want to call me crazy, stupid, fake, a liar, go ahead, because I'm not. And this happened. You could ask me 2 years from now. I'll tell you the same exact story. In this dream, or whatever, near-death experiences, I like you may hear me talk about, I wish I was dead. I can't wait to die. I don't want to die. I just can't wait for the experience. So I say it. If it happens, it happens. I'm not scared of it. And I'm not scared of it because of this experience I'm about to tell you about, which some of you may have heard. So I'll go quickly. I'm sleeping, and all of a sudden I wake up and I'm off the bed. And I always sleep on my back with this Tempur-Pedic mattress. And I feel nothing underneath me. I feel myself floating. And I turn around like this. And I see me lifted off the bed about 3 feet. We had 12-foot ceiling, so I had a ways to go. And as I'm going up towards the ceiling, I may have been abducted. Maybe this is an abduction scenario. Holy crap. I never thought of that. Well, anyway, near-death experience is what I tell myself. So as I'm getting near the ceiling, I look back on Angus and my wife. And we were happily married at the time, and I said to myself, why don't I feel anything for her or my dog? I should feel love. I don't feel anything. I want to go towards the ceiling. And I turn around and I look back up, and as I get to the ceiling, I push my hands forward through, and I can't see my forearm. It went inside this white fog right through the ceiling. And I didn't hear any voices, but in my mind, it was just like you're in a fog. Have you ever been in a fog? That's all it was. I couldn't see 3 feet in front of me. It was the thick, thick fog. But there was this love that I can't explain to you that I felt. I felt so wanted and so drawn to it. And then all of a sudden, I was kind of like falling into bed, slammed into my body. But you don't feel anything. It just happens that way. And, I woke up. And I said, whoa, man, holy crap, that was awesome. And it all happens like that. It happens quick. It's not long. But I thought I was awake. That's how real it was. And it was weird. When I had my hand up, and disappeared into the fog, it was like what is that stuff? Static electricity. That's what it smelled like. There was a lot of static in the air. I've had that dream twice, but 2 different ways over 20 years. So I think we do get prepared for death if you're aware what to look for, I believe. I believe that those may be the portals. Look, we were going to talk about portals. And I was watching Ancient Aliens again because it's good. And yeah, what are we doing? Where are the portals to the aliens? Well, you may want to call them aliens. Topside cam. Oh, how you guys doing over there? Yeah, we got the magic 8-ball over there. We got all sorts of paraphernalia. We got the good stuff over here on the tray. That's where the science project is. We even got what do we got? No, that's the wrong one. No, that's the wrong one. Why do you do this to yourself? There you go. A little Trump will do ya. Someday I'm going to make this head float. It looks like I'm fat. I'm not fat. I'm robust. Nothing wrong with having a little ball. Are you having a ball? A goosh all over their faces. Don't forget, Chase Klotsky and Ryan Sprague are the 2 hated on Goof on Radio stream right now. Ryan Sprague, he'll always be on the list. She, we'll take her off. Somebody's coming up next Monday. We'll have her changed out. But he'll just push up here and somebody will take this place here. Always, bro. Maybe I'll just add him on. Can you do that? Sure, why not? I can make these any size. Anyway. I just had a drink and I'm slobbering all over. Yeah, where are the portals to the aliens? Good question. How about the cubes? You guys familiar with the cubes? The black cubes? There was one that was near the sun. As a matter of fact, I got a video I'm going to play for you. Let me pull it up. That's right. Just a shorty. Let me see. Where is it? I got it right here for you. Yes, I'm organized. In a minute, we're going to play some dots. UFO videos. Shh. Isn't this it? Where? Oh my God. Where's the cubes? I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I was ready for it. I don't know what I did. I'll find it. It's not that far down here. I guess I didn't get it ready. Oh, I remember what I did. I wasn't sure if it was the right video, so I was going to look for another one, and then I looked up and it was time to go. Still getting that warning from Windows Media. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I'll talk about a prediction that was made. We're going to do our first, second official. Yeah, we did our first one last year. Prediction show. Now, we may do it next week. So I always like to do that, the prediction show, and then I'll whip out last year's and see if anything happened. Oh my God, I hope I still have the, I think I still have the booklet somewhere. I would never throw those out. Where's the video, dude? It says Black Cube. All right, I'll just look it up this way, I guess. No. It's giving me there's so many. Saturn and the Black Cube. The Black Crows, no. Black Cubes. I created this video with YouTube. No, 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 no. Sorry, I don't know. I'll have to go back into see if this works. Here we go. Here's one of them. I can play this one.
Hi, this is Emma,
Whoa.
and welcome to Esoteric Detective. Something very strange has been discovered by UFO hunter Scott Waring, who says this is either proof of a strange object at the sun, or proof that NASA is editing out something from the sun. Let's take a look.
God, that was so loud. Sorry.
Scott Waring found the strange cube while he was analyzing an image sent back from the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory. He says, "This isn't the first time a mysterious black cube has been spotted near the sun," and notes that it has happened many times before, stating that this is either proof of NASA covering something up, or proof of some kind of giant Earth-sized craft, the shape of a black cube. Other researchers say, however, that it is nothing more than pixelation of the image caused by nothing more than malfunctioning equipment. They say that this effect is caused by something called image stitching. But Scott Waring does not agree. He states that scientists around the world have confirmed there are UFOs orbiting the sun that are much larger than our Earth. and that they appear all the time. What do you guys think? Do you think this is something that is being edited out of the picture by NASA? Or do you think that this is nothing more than problems with the imaging equipment? Or do you think this is a real object that is a giant black Earth-sized cube moving about our sun? Stay tuned and subscribe to Esoteric Detective to keep up to date with the strange and unusual.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. See, that's legitimate stuff right there. That's crazy to me. Let me find the other one, because the other one's good. But what are these cubes? Not only were there cubes near the sun, some have been seen on Mars. That's what this video is going to show. I'll go a little slower. But remember a couple of years ago, see, this is why I really, really believe this is all a made-up reality. It's real to us, but it isn't real. Remember a couple of years ago, 5-6 years ago, when it looked like there was a needle injected into the sun, and then when they pulled the needle out, it snapped back like skin, like they were sucking the energy out of the sun with this big syringe. Remember that? What is that shit? Fake? It wasn't fake. It was a NASA video. Oh, here's Richard Hoagland. I love Richard Hoagland. By the way, there's a movement, and I'll talk about it here, that me and Alien Addict are starting. He made a video about it. He made a prediction that Tom DeLonge was going to go on Joe Rogan. And he did. He made another prediction for next year. Well, it may seem like an obvious one, but nonetheless, nobody else is talking that Lou Elizondo is going to make an appearance on Joe Rogan. So we're going to be hashtagging Lou Elizondo on Joe Rogan. We're going to try to get him to get that message, right? Because that's how it works. And maybe he'll go on Joe Rogan. First of all, I think he needs to. Because DeLonge really screwed that up when he was on there, remember? Talking about his schlong and everything. Yeah, you want to see my penis? You want to see my penis, he said. Anyway, I feel, and so does Alien Addict, feel that Lou Elizondo should go on Joe Rogan, and I think he will try to redeem. I think this is the video. Here we go. This is a good one. Oh wait, that was the end of it. You schmoho. That's where I finished. The Black Cube and the Cape Spear UFO incident. Well, we'll just do the one. 5 minutes. It's a good time. Warm up to it. Get used to it. Alright, shh. Hey, Rick.
Did a woman see a black portal open on her family farm in Missouri? This case appeared on Coast to Coast Radio on November 28, 2014. A witness, a woman named Mary, had traveled from Chicago to visit her mother on her family farm in Missouri.
5 years ago.
On the night of May 19, 2004, Mary was washing dishes at the kitchen sink. It was late and everybody had turned in for the night. In front of the sink was a very large window that Mary could peer out of. She recalled that there was a huge pole light between the house and the barn. The barn was about 60 to 80 feet away from the house. So I'm doing dishes. I look up and I notice like a perfect square on the side of the barn. I'd say it was about 7 feet square. I'd say it was about 6 feet up off the ground, and I look at it and I just look, and all of a sudden all that goes through my head, and it's not a voice, it's just what happened. It was just, you don't need to see this. I wasn't afraid, but it was menacing. Mary claims that she went into the living room and sat down and turned on the TV. As she sat watching the television, she suddenly became jolted by the reality of the situation and what had just transpired. I'm sitting there and I went, what the heck was that? So I go back and it's still there, and I keep looking out and it doesn't change. It's completely dark, coal black. You can't see the side of the barn through it. So this happened about 3 or 4 times where I keep looking at it and this voice or something tells me, don't look at this, go away. So then I went back into the living room and forgot about it and watched TV for about a half hour. I went back to see if it was still there, and it was finally gone. With that, Mary got up the nerve to go outside. This was after she had turned on all the available lights. Whatever it was gone, and no matter what she tried, she simply could not recreate what she saw. There was no object that could cast any kind of shadow, and to this day I have no idea. All that is between it is grass. I told this to my family. They all think I'm crazy, and I'm like, I know what I saw, and I know what I felt. It wasn't voices in my head. Something said, you don't need to see this, you better go away. Mary described the object as square and totally black. She claims the entire event from the first sighting to the final check took about a half hour. As soon as I saw it, I'd just leave the kitchen and go watch TV, and then I would just sort of remember. This thing is on the side of the garage, and I'd go back to see if it was still there, and it was still there. And then I'd have the same thing happen again, this feeling of like, don't look at this. But it wasn't from me. I wrote it down because I thought I was losing my mind, and I have it documented. Upon looking back, Mary did not believe it would have been someone pulling a prank. I went out the next day to see if there was paint, if someone pulled a trick on me, but we're talking in the middle of the country. I would have heard a car or people, and there were dogs too. Dogs didn't wake up. Nothing woke up. Over the years, I have read about other cases in which witnesses describe seeing hovering black cubes. Personally, I do not know what they are. Spaceships, portals, doorways into other dimensions? Albert Rosales knows of at least one investigator who has compiled hundreds of similar cube reports. The detail I found most interesting was how the witness seemed to be manipulated by the cube to stay away until it had completed whatever task it was trying to accomplish. It was as though anytime she laid eyes upon the square, she would be mentally encouraged to look away. However, her ability to periodically snap out of this trance-like state and return to the window suggests that the beings, or whomever, only had so much power. Granted, it is possible that another force, not associated with the cube, had intervened to possibly save her life. On the other hand, who knows?
Nobody knows the Cape Spear UFO incident? Maybe later. So I'm trying to think, what did this lady see? Was it the barn door being open? I thought it has to be, but she said no. Other people have reported it. Now what we saw, that thing on the sun, I'm not sure if what was seen on the sun wasn't just NASA blacking something out, right? Doesn't that make sense? Like this right here, that looks like NASA blacking something out. That doesn't look like an object. If that was an object, that's like 2 to 3 Earths right there. That's pretty big. I don't know. I find it really hard, but I just don't know that a spaceship would be that huge. Oh, I don't even have the TV on. That right there looks like a digital thing from NASA. I don't know. Anyway, it's just bizarre. So I did find something else. I may have played this on another show a long time ago, but I thought it would be fun just to give you guys something funny. So this is one of my classic prank calls called Who Cares? And I really feel this way a lot of the times. Here we go.
Hey, Albert, I'm the air conditioning guy. Oh, with American Home Maintenance Air Conditioning. Yeah, we're just calling to remind you to schedule your maintenance for your AC. You're still the homeowner and yeah. Well, yeah. All right, great. We wanted to let you know we're still doing the tune-ups right now for 50% off. It's $49 per unit. That includes everything, tax, trip, labor, and we do have appointments for tomorrow. Who cares? Okay, you've already had your tune-up already this year? Or? Who cares? Oh, I care. I do. Are you having a bad day? a little bit under the weather. It might just rain today. You know that?
I love the fucking rain.
Yeah, me too. That's why I wish it would rain.
I like how he
Yeah,
laughs.
sit at home and listen to the Doors, Jim Morrison.
Who cares?
Alrighty. So, can we stop by and search your equipment for you this year?
God, I hate the Doors.
You do?
I really do.
Yeah,
Overrated.
you think so? Yeah, I think the Doors are alright, you know, because of the fact that, I don't know, because he's dead.
Thank God. I wish I was dead.
Jim Morrison's gone.
Why
you know.
can't I be dead?
I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you feel like that. I feel the same way. What happens? You go flat broke or something out at the casino?
I got money.
Sold the ranch?
Got some. God, I don't have a ranch, but I got a nice house and fucking whores in and out all the time and just fucking having a baller time, but I'm fucking tired, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's all the same routine anyway, you know.
I try to mix it up, you know, I try to get some black chicks and some Asians and I like redheads. I mix it up, bro. It's all fucking all pink on the inside, man. Yeah, I never banged a big chick though. Why is that?
I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's practice for the bigger and better things. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that's good, bro. My back still hurts.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Did you want to check this out, man? Sonora and Air. We have a warranty with them. Believe it or not, they just came out 2 days ago and fixed our shit. But we have like a warranty for another year with them. So unfortunately, we won't be able to use your service.
Alright, yeah, that sounds great, man. I enjoyed talking to you, though.
Yeah, it was cool, dude. I'm just like, oh, my back is just killing me. I just wish I was dead. But I don't want to die. It's just to get rid of the pain, you know?
Yeah, it's just sarcasm.
Yeah, hey, brother, you have a great day, man.
Yeah, you too.
I'll be dead by the end of the day anyway. What does it matter?
Oh, take it easy, bro.
Alright, alright, buddy.
2 calls.
Is Danny Giordano speaking?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here now.
Yes, this is Octavio Mendez. Calling Oakland. Octavio Mendez. Calling Oakland.
Oh, Fabio
Mendez.
How do you spell your first name?
O-C-T-A-V-I-O. Octavio.
O-T-A-O-C.
Yes.
O-C, can you see? O-C, okay, Fabio, go ahead.
Okay,
Fabio, is this that guy for the butter? The more bit of butter or no, wait. Oh, yeah, I know who you are. Hey, what's going on?
Mr. Giordano, I'm calling Oakland Loan Service and Customers on behalf of Central Today. Now, we have
I can't believe it's not butter. That's who this is. I can't believe it's not butter. Spray.
Oh.
Fabio,
No,
Fabio.
no.
Okay, go ahead. It's the original buttery, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm calling Oakland Loan Service and Customers on behalf of Central Protect. We can offer to protect your key home system for up to $15,000 each year. Daddy?
No, get off the phone, baby.
I want to go play.
Hold on, Connie, can you grab her?
I'm going to go in the pool now.
I can't go in the pool. Just put it away.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, mister?
Get off the phone.
Hello?
Honey?
Yeah?
No. Get off the phone.
Okay. Mom?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Giordano?
Yeah, your baby's in the way.
Mommy, I want to go poop.
Can you get away. Here, grab her real quick. Thank you. Sorry. I love you too. Daddy! Daddy! Alright. Mr. Giordano? Yeah, I'm listening. Okay, and now, Mr. Giordano, this warranty called Central Protect and it pays to repair or replace your air conditioning and heating system. Now, the great thing about Central Protect is how easy it makes it for you to save time and money. Have you ever seen a UFO? Yes. You have? Hello? You've seen a UFO? You've seen a UFO before? No, sir. Oh, do you believe in them? You don't believe in UFOs? You think we're the only people in all of the universe, in the galaxy? No, sir. I don't think that. Now, look, Mr. Giordano, but you what I'm going to do is that... But do you think it's impossible that we could be visited, though? I'm just curious. Nothing is impossible in life. But do you, maybe it's religious, huh? You just don't believe it that way? Maybe. Okay, Mr. Giordano. Oh, I know they're listening to you, but you know, I have to do my research. Oh, yes. I was just asking a question, that's all. I believe it. Just a minute. Who, me? Me? You know, Mr. Giordano, I will call you. Hey, Mr. Poopy Head. No, okay, thank you for any question. You're talking over me, misters. Bastard.
Смотрите, что обнаружен НЛО. Артур, НЛО. Братан, выйдь с машины. НЛО, смотри, сейчас я вот полностью облачная погода, смотри.
That's a legitimate sunset.
Обалдеть, да? Вот, видите, солнца нет, а там горит.
Oh, he just said the sun's already set. That's why he looked over that way. That's what he just said.
Нет, а там горит.
Yep. Там горит. That means it's under the horizon.
Офигеть.
Right, Vlad? Let's have a closer look. I wonder if it's a fire in the sky. That's what it is. It's a fire. It's in the sky. Boom. Fire in the sky. Now that thing looks like it's hovering. As some people say, hoovering. I never saw 2 O's in hovering. For anybody to say hoovering, you're wrong. That's the vacuum. And that sucks. Yishkot vi falsision yutnya. Botnyar gadniesko skondigarasko. Yasamur. Yasamur. I film it for me. Yasamur. For me. Yeah, that's interesting, I would have to say. Yes? No? Maybe? Now, let's look at these over to California. Why not? These were good. Only real UFOs, guys. Nothing fake. This UFO sighting was filmed over California by Jose Vlogs. Oh, I'm sorry, Joe's Vlogs. Joe's Vlog? It's a bunch
I don't think it's not UFOs. I don't know, maybe. What are those?
Oh, you can see them going up.
Look at that.
Those are... Ah, gosh,
yeah,
what
not
are
UFOs.
those?
I don't know.
They're going up, so I would have to say those are Chinese lanterns. Or as
Yeah, it
Chuck
could
would
be
like to
UFOs,
say,
though.
dots! Freaking dots! Anybody got a lot of dots? I got some dots. I was a... Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, there they go.
I was going to say I was abducted by dots, but that would be hard. See, that's such bullcrap.
Yeah, they're sure pretty big.
Listen
but
to that
I don't
guy's
know.
sneakers squeaking on the floor. Yeah, those are nothing. Sorry. Sorry. Joe's Vlogs. What's this? Yeah, let's look at more real... Oh, I went to the wrong one. Let's take a gander, shall we? Should we? Sure. It's doing this dance now. I hate when it does this. Come on, extend! Only real UFOs. The loudest music on the planet.
Интересное зрелище. Вот этот вот треугольничек.
Luminous
Не пойму, что
triangular
такое.
UFO in the sky.
Не знаю,
Near
что такое.
Moscow.
Висит в воздухе, а понять не могу, что такое. Но
Щит
это
вот
не
нашка
облака точно.
На точно?
Вот солнышко, время 6 утра, 7 час.
Римio секунда, бешконяц.
Вот, треугольничек такой в небе.
Nach dem Wimje.
Ребят, ну это не... 100% это не
100% флёцин
облако.
скишкаска
Потому что вот если
ордия
вы
меня
видите,
школьская визитская.
вот облачко над
It's
солнышком,
the sun. It's a
и
big
все, и
dot.
так
Oh, this?
пасмурно, но
Oh, this? Holy schmackaroo.
облаков пока таких вот нет. Вот что это такое, я не знаю.
Alright, shut up already.
Вот такая вот штука.
Enough lip service, lady.
Вот вышла я.
Why don't you play some of
Подышать
that
свежим
junk?
воздухом на
Play some of
балкон.
that Russian disco.
Теперь буду думать весь день, что такое.
I want to see that. I want to hear that Russian disco music.
Птички
Hey.
летают. Треугольник висит.
Yes, I want to
Всех
see.
с добрым утром.
This means nothing to me. Oh, we turned it into a reverse it. We did the X-ray, and then we're gonna do sepia, and then we're gonna do. Look at how long they keep it on this. Yes, very nice. You did the reverse. Very nice. You're smart. You learned absolutely nothing from that. Just so you know. All right. What else we got? All right, last one. This looks like shit too. Yeah. Oh my god, look at this. It's Star Wars. The author of the original video noticed that when he first thought to be a very strange looking streetlight Mike! It's Streetlight Mike! On the I-91 overpass, as he began to pass under it, as he drove between the two overpasses, he looked up toward to see a large fireball above his vehicle that seemed to be slowly drifting to the northeast. It made no noise. He slowed his rate of speed to watch, but with traffic behind him, he was unable to stop and watch. You can pull off to the shoulder, dick. How many I mean, just about every road has a shoulder. You pull over, you open the window, you take video. Oh, God, I hate stupid people. That's why this is bullshit, right? Because if it was a real UFO, he continued driving for a little less than a mile. God, he wasted another minute until he was able to pull onto Fort Hill Road. It means nothing to me. He looked to the northeast and witnessed two glowing orbs in the sky as he took video on his cell phone. One of them flickered and disappeared. Yeah, how much you want to bet these are sinking towards the ground? Anybody? Anybody want to bet they're going from left to right? Anyone? Anyone? All right, show us the dots. So far, I've got zippity-doo. Wow, this is great. Good job, dude. Oh, here we go. Flares. Next video. Now, this guy's already moving around, not using a tripod, used the cell phone. So already it's a mistake, and a real inexperienced mistake. But if that's all you got, that's all you got. These look like they could be airplanes coming in for a landing, or it's flares. Oh, one's flickering out. Or they're Chinese lanterns, or they're drones, and the battery's dying on this one. I'll be getting a drone for Christmas, by the way. I'm very excited. And if nobody buys it for me, I'm buying it. I cannot wait to get a drone. I'm going to get one of those drones that can follow you. You don't have to hold on to it. Like if I'm running or riding my bike, it'll follow me. Yes, I'm very excited about this drone. All right, what are we doing here? All right, anybody else bored to tears? Me too. Let's see what else this Lou got. All right, you know what we're going to do? Oh, we already did the alien. We already talked about Alien Attic. Didn't we? Yeah, we did. Alright, what do we got? Alright, I love the fleets because they're all balloons mostly. Ready? Oh, Chuck, dots. Many, many dots on this. Only real dots. Only real dots, guys. Oh, that's a good one, Rick. Hey, Tyler. God, you mother, don't do that. I just wanted to get in there. Sit over there. I don't need you sitting on my lap. Oh, those aren't dots. Those are balloons. Somebody just released them. Next. I don't know yet. People don't understand how balloons actually work in the sky.
It's 5. There's 5 total.
This looks fake as hell. Oh, that looks fake. Sorry. I already can see that it looks fake. Anybody else want to take a fake guess? Doesn't it look fake? I saw fakeness already. I'm pointing at it and you can't see me. That's interesting. Hold on, I'm putting more juice into the vape machine. Let's go back. I want to show you something that bothered me. Watch this. It just looks fake for some reason. Yeah, you see, it's not matching up the way it should. I'm calling bullshit. Anybody else? You fell out of your iPod. Dots, yes, Chuck. Dots, bell bottoms, aliens, definitely. Yay, Jamie says. Jamie, the beaver's here. Gary Matthews, the beaver. The beaver. Yeah, this looks stupid. I'm glad I played it though, because I think this is fake. I don't know. It doesn't have a. First of all, he's not zooming in. Second of all, it looks fake. And usually, if you're watching balloons or Chinese lanterns, they don't look like this. These look digital. That's why he's not getting closer. And the way he just zoomed, did the fake zoom, you know, on every UFO video that's faked, they all do the fake blur. I got to blur out the object to show you my 3D capabilities. See? He just did it. Now, that was red. Did you see that? The true color came out of this. Watch. It's red. Yes. Interesting. So these might be real. But for some reason, his camera is probably cheap. I think it's a cell phone, so it's probably an older one. But I think this is real. Watch. You can see how... Oh, son of a... You can see how it looked fake. But it also, you can see red. You can just see a tinge of it. Ah, forget it. See how it's red? Yeah, because, you know, yellow balloons, blue balloons, yes, even red, when they're far away, and depending on where the sun is, and this one looks like it's either setting or rising, or just blocked out, you will see the balloons as white. Isn't that bizarre? It's just the way the blue light in the atmosphere works, kids. I don't make the laws. The laws of physics, eyeball physics. So, I don't know. Something's weird about this whole video. He never zooms in close. So I thought it was fake because it didn't look like it was matching up correctly. Then when he zoomed out and zoomed in or tried to focus, a red tinge. And that's not something you can fake very easily. It's just throwing in red into a faked artifact like that. So I think it's real. I think it's a cheap-ass phone camera. They're never good. They're good if you have nothing else. But they're actually horrible for UFO hunting, just to let you know. What does he see more? Oh, he's just starting it over. See, I thought that was all bull crap in the beginning. Watch. A little bit before. When the two take over.
Still going. They're just black.
Let's see if he shows us. Two of these are going to take over this. I think they're doing it now. Now it looks pretty real, but it also looks fake. I don't know, guys. It's a good way to end that, though. What? Let me see what else is left. Two fun sources. All right, let's do this one just for a goof. For a goof. Chuck likes dots. I like dots. Only real dots on Goof on Radio Stream. See? Oh my God, on the morning of July 13th, the author of this video observed from his kitchen window 2 objects with very intense glows from the direction of the sunrise. Both moved in the same direction at the same speed, remaining equidistant and perpendicular to each other. They left no trace condensation and seemed even to emit a glow of their own. For the next 2 minutes, he watched the 2 objects drive behind a mountain, and first one seemed to land. The second continued to approach the mountain when it was straight and drove towards the sunlight when he lost sight of it. He was able to make 2 short shots of the object, but unfortunately he did not capture the moment when the second object departed at great speed. Of course, the most important part. Why would he get that one on video? His house is on the edge of the small town, 8,000 inhabitants, which in turn is just over 30 kilometers from Virginia. They're famous for several UFO cases. I know, Virginia. Oh, I watched that movie, Us. I kind of liked it, and I didn't. I don't know. You never know where the people come from. Yes, the sewers, but oh my God. Are you shitting me right now with this? Somebody actually posted this as legitimate UFOs. Oh, only real UFOs posted it. Well, now, the way the sun is low in the horizon and the condensation trail from the airplanes looks like dirt. I bet you these move, wherever they're moving, these little lines stay with them the whole time, the condensation trails. Go ahead, move in. Can you focus a little bit? Get in a little closer, lady, or you don't do that either? It's like nobody ever focuses close from this channel. Have you noticed that? It's like third phase of moon. Everything's already planned and faked out. Oh, that looks good enough to post. Who's that? Richie? No, that was Blake. Sounded just like him. No, it didn't. Sounded like you. Anyway, you guys like looking at condensation trails all day? Me too. All right, let's get out of this. Done with this subject. All right, I do have something I want to talk about anyway, so can you get that off? Do something with this? Get out of there. Why is the video still on? I can hear it. Turn it off. Just turn off the video. God, thank you. You can't get good help these days, kids. There was one other thing. Now, don't forget, in about 35 minutes, I will be joining Spaced Out Radio Roundtable Show. I don't know who the guests are. I know I'm one. Dave is another. And I think there's a guy and another guy. A couple of guys. Using Space Force, using ancient what? Oh, all right. You know what? Let's just do it. I was going to play something from Xfinity, but I would get bumped. Hold on, where is it? Right here. Here, let's just do this. That was quick. Oh, let's do this. Is Secure Team 10 still down? I think they were. I checked yesterday. Yeah, still down. Can you believe this now? He's going for the record. All right, here's my friend Alien Addict, his video. We won't watch the whole thing, but he's predicting why Lou Elizondo is going to be on the Joe Rogan show next year. It's a prediction. He makes predictions, and so far he's 100%. 1 for 1. That's you
probably
can't beat that.
honestly, he owes Tom DeLonge an apology.
Oh, that's where I left it. Sorry.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Alien Addict. Now, a few months back, Bob Lazar had the pleasure,
and please like and subscribe,
of being
to Alien Addict and Goof on Radio.
Interviewed by Joe Rogan, and Jeremy Corbell was there as well. Now, I predicted this about a month month before that. And I'll show you a little clip of that now.
Trying to take us down.
Share this video, because this needs to happen. Bob Lazar needs to be interviewed by Joe Rogan. I'll tell you why, guys, in a second. I'm just going to go for a wee. Now, you may ask yourself this: how on earth does Alien Addict predict that Joe Rogan will interview Bob Lazar? Well, let me tell you, people. Astral projection. Yes, I was on my couch back there. My children was in this cage. I was in my zone, and I transported myself into Joe Rogan's beautiful physique. I was stroking some sort of animal next to me. I could feel the fur on it. And also my other hand was stroking something very smooth that went furry as I went further up. I don't know what that was exactly. But I was watching Jeremy Corbell, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, on Joe Rogan's humongous TV, Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, should I say. And it just hit me then. Bob will go on Joe Rogan. And this is exactly the same way that I've came to this other prediction, people.
Oh, that was a weird stoppage.
Now, before I get into the meat and potatoes...
he, in some videos, he moves these around in different positions. But this I thought was... I forgot that was coming up right there. I thought it was at the 2-minute mark.
I've came to this other prediction, people. Now, before I get into the meat and potatoes... 1 minute. Yes, before I go any further, I would like to say a massive thank you to Leonard and Tony, the first Patreons of my channel. YouTube may not be around forever, and, you know, I need to find probably another platform if it all goes tits up, but Patreon massively helps me out. In the future, I think it will, because that's what I want to do. I want to do this for a living. I want to leave the day job and help you guys get some great content out there that's to do with all extraterrestrials, UFOs, and you name it. So, Tony, thank you very much. And I will drink this vodka, Tony, that you bought me at some point.
That's the best vodka bottle I've ever seen.
In the description, Leonard's artwork. He's got an amazing Instagram page where he draws dragons, aliens, Bigfoot, you name it. He draws it. So check it out, guys. So yes, guys, my prediction is that Joe Rogan will interview Lou Elizondo in 2020 on the Joe Rogan Show. I think this will happen, and here's why I think it's going to happen. Because I think there's something kind of to prove now. Ever since Tom DeLonge went on there, it was considered a bit of a joke. I think mainly because he showed that fake UFO, and it was a fake UFO. Whether he was just showing Joe how this technology works or not, it was a fake UFO. I think it's going to happen as well, because if you look at the pattern, you've got Tom DeLonge going on Joe Rogan, then you've got Bob Lazar and Jeremy Corbell going on Joe Rogan, you've got David...
I was just going to say.
Fravor and Jeremy Corbell on Joe Rogan.
Right.
And there is a link there with To the Stars Academy, because they all travel in the same circle. They're all mixed in with the same people. And I think if Lou from To the Stars Academy goes on Joe Rogan, it may fix what damage happened. Because Joe kind of, as he said, he thought Tom DeLonge was a joke on the show. You know, he didn't seem to have much faith in what he's doing, this, that, and the other. I don't know what I'd be interested to see what he thinks now. I mean, me and Osvaldo was speaking about this in the
and just to do my traditional interruption, the thing is, where is it? The thing is, Tom DeLonge did a lot of damage to the Stars Academy with that interview. Everybody was watching that and watched the replay and watched it again. I've seen it twice, you know, and then went back to watch certain parts. So have some of you. So it does make sense that Lou Elizondo would go on there to bring the validity to the Stars Academy, but Joe is not going to believe him anyway. this would just be for the people, the fans, the critics, you know, just, but I don't know if Lou Elizondo needs to. If I was Lou Elizondo, Joe's an expert interviewer, and so is Lou Elizondo. But what Lou has to do is get out of that training mode he's in, of what he knows, and stop looking for lies, stop trying to analyze Joe, and just answer the questions in a fair and honest manner. Don't try to look for Joe trying to screw him up. So Lou Elizondo has a big task by going on the Joe Rogan Experience, if he does go on. I think he will too. All right, here's where I lie. 51 to 49% that he will go on, almost at 50-50. Ask me in 2 days, it'll probably be the other way, 51-49. But we'll let... I've had Osvaldo on the show before, not this show, but he was on Spaced Out Radio. But he goes on once a month or so to Alien Addict to give his report on To the Stars Academy and his 30 years experience in the field, or a lifetime. I kind of think he's, Osvaldo, don't take this the wrong way, but I think you might be wanting to believe in it so much that it's clouding your judgment. I think you got a little too gullible, but that's okay. Maybe I've gone a little too skeptical, and that's okay too, because you know what? Nobody knows anything. We only know what they tell us. And somewhere in there is the fourth.
Last interview where he said that, you know, Tom DeLonge needs an apology from Joe Rogan. I think, I could be wrong here, but I think Lou Elizondo, I always say his name wrong, will go on Joe Rogan.
That would be interesting, because honestly, dude, like Joe Rogan,
Joe funny.
Rogan picked a really bad time to be kind of a dick. Like he was addicted to Tom DeLonge.
Yeah, Tom did.
And the next thing you know, like this whole situation with Corbell and Bob Lazar, and now he's back in the game. But like,
hey, listen, you can't blame Joe Rogan for being a dick when Tom DeLonge shows footage of a fake TR3B. There's a blatant fake. You know, I mean,
but you have to understand though. He had to have spoken to because Joe Rogan spent like some time with Bob Lazar. He spent some time with Jeremy Corbell.
Right. Joe Rogan spent time with these people, and when Joe Rogan was doing his TV show, Joe Rogan Questions Everything, he said that because of the people he met and the people that are in the field, he felt that the field isn't as credible as he thought it was. He says everybody's kooky. Everybody's weird. Joe Rogan said this. Not in those words, but Joe Rogan said, all I'm doing, everywhere I go, and the Bigfoot guys, he said, he really ripped them. He said, they're just a bunch of single guys or unhappy married men who can't get a date, who were unpopular in high school, getting together, drinking, and going out and playing Bigfoot. You know, that's Joe Rogan's stand, and I can't blame him. Joe Rogan did, you know, really good. That show was good, if you could watch it. But Joe Rogan seemed to be skeptical immediately. It's like he was debunking it before he interviewed everybody, I think. I don't know. That's when Joe Rogan changed his mind about the moon. He said the whole thing's fake, and then all of a sudden, I don't know anything. What do I know? I'm not a physicist. I don't know how gravity works. Do you? Anyway, we'll finish this out, and then we got to get going.
He had to have said, like, you know, Tom DeLonge is full of shit. He's batshit crazy. And then they must have told him, well, actually, no.
Well, he said that he said that to another guest. I can't remember the...
Oh, right. Very good point in the chat room. Rodrigo says, after Fravor, you know, the pilot who saw the UFO, the Tic Tac, his presence on Rogan, he said he believes that when there are witnesses as good as Fravor, his mind could be changed. I'm the same way, and so are you. It really does. It's an amazing story, but it's just a story. We don't have that video of the Tic Tac. We got some blurry stuff.
I guess it wasn't.
Exactly. Then he doubled down on it too. It's not.
And I think we're being screwed over, to be honest with you. I don't think the two of those three videos are legit. The only one I think is legit, UFO, and it may not even, it could be a drone, is that Go Fast.
Yeah, he said that to another guest. I can't remember the guest. It wasn't.
Exactly. Then he doubled down on it too. It's not just enough that he was like that to Tom, but then behind his back, but in front of everyone on the air. It was like, yeah, he's batshit crazy. The other guy was like, yeah, totally. And they're both wrong.
He probably got.
Honestly, he owes Tom DeLonge an apology.
Now, I don't think Joe Rogan's ever going to apologise to Tom DeLonge, and probably he probably shouldn't, if in my opinion, because he shouldn't have shown that TR3B and made out that it was real footage.
Amen to that. So that's Alien Addict. If you want to catch the rest of that 7.5 minutes, go to Alien Addict on YouTube. And I think, he does. He has a Patreon page. Take a look at his videos, and you'll see what I see. He's a good guy. He doesn't fall for the bull crap. And pretty knowledgeable. So I think you'll enjoy that a lot better than this show, I tell you that. I'd like to see him do more live shows. I really would. I think he's a good interviewer. He's himself, because that's how he talks off the show. So anyway, Alien Addict, check it out. So I'm going to get off here now, and we are going to go over to Spaced Out Radio at spacedoutradio.com and on Spreaker. We're doing the round table for 3 hours. So I'm going to head out of here, and I will see you tomorrow night on my show on Spaced Out Radio. Right? 12:06 Eastern, 9:06 p.m. Pacific on Spaced Out Radio tomorrow night. This is Goofon. I'll be back on Monday. We'll see you then. Guys, have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Donate to goofon.org and join the website at goofon.net. Have a good night. Thank you all. Appreciate it.